looked up to, or kind of, I don't want to use the word looked up to, but kind of motivated you to want to get into the music?
Yeah, a lot of artists motivated me to get into the music from out of I could say from out of Miami, stuff like that. You know, Uncle Luke, they had their whole thing. Then after that, you got the Trick Daddies, you got JT Money, you know what I'm saying? JT Money was a big influence. Trick Daddy was a big influence. You know, that after him, you got Ross. Me, like, I'm a real home team player. Like, I'm for Miami. Like, that's where I'm from, so I'm for Miami. And I'm everything Florida. You know what I'm saying? Like, Miami Heat, Miami Dolphins, Miami Marlins. I'm for that. I don't care how many times the Dolphins lose.
Right. That's real. I mean, you for the home team. That's real. You know what I mean? Even me being from, you know, Chicago, I want to say I was for the home team, you know, but everybody likes a winner. Right. I gave up on the Cubs. I done gave up on the Sox. I done gave up on the Bulls. You know what I mean? But for you to still stay down, it kind of shows, you know, you're committed to the city and you're going to back them whether they win or lose. You know what I mean? And I think for you supporting them, you should be able to get the same support in return. You know what I mean? You was mentioning Trick Daddy. And shout out to Trina. I actually had an opportunity to meet JT Money when we did the Queens and Kings of Hip Hop tour. You know what I mean? We went on the tour and I was able to meet him, a nice brother. You know what I mean? And, you know, just the whole state of Florida, you guys have put a blueprint out that can't be really matched. Like, you know, Georgia has done what they've done, but they can't sleep on Florida. They can't sleep on Texas. And, you know, like when Outkast said the South had something to say, you know, we ain't stopped talking since. You know what I mean?
Hold on, but doggone lies, I forgot the U, man. I can't forget about the hurricane.
Oh,
you can't
forget about the hurricanes. Okay, so as far as the music, are you just going to release singles, or do you have a project coming out, or how are you just going to work the single, or what's the future holding for you as far as music?
The plan is release a couple of more singles and then release the project. Feel me? So I'm gonna drop maybe 2-3 more singles, maybe even 4, and then release the entire project, the entire body of work, so people could like see what's going on.
So this is more or less like an introductory track for you, would you say?
I would say introductory. This is my first like major single that I feel like is major that I released on every platform, and you know what I'm saying, getting my royalties and everything. But this ain't like it's hard right here. This ain't like the break the ice. It is to break the ice, but
it had already been broken.
Right, we doing something with this track. We ain't finna just use it and just we finna do that, and then we going on like snowball effect.
Okay. Not to put any artist in a box, but you know, if a person who hasn't really heard your music before, how would you describe your music to the listeners, and what can they expect to get out of the music that you put out?
I describe my music as like authentic. I try to keep it as original as I can, and I try to be authentic with the things I say. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like lying on wax and all that, and this, that, and the third. Like, so, you know, I could stand out on the beat too. Like, I got a nice flow. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty unique, the things that I do on that music.
Okay, so is it any artist that you would like to work with in the future, or is any artist that you're going to be putting out on your up and coming songs that you got out now? Any features, or is everything just solely about Lil Nephew?
Right now, it's about Lil Neph.
Okay,
I can say that.
And how did you come up with that name?
Because my auntie, she used to like we in the same age group. I got an auntie in the same age group as me, so her boyfriend used to like play with us and be like, "Man, y'all my nephews," you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, and we from the same hood, so he used to be like when he see us in the hood, "Hey, nephew," you feel me? So I got an older brother, so he big Neph and I'm little Neph, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. And that's been that way for a while?
Yeah, for a while.
Okay, so you just make that into this is my name.
That's me.
Okay.
I was gonna go with Lil Nephew, but nephew is so broad, you know what I'm saying? So, but they say Neph anyway where I'm from. They call me Neph anyway, you know what I'm saying? So I Lil Neph.
Okay, so it's Lil Neph.
Neph, like as in nephew.
Okay, so because when I pulled it up on IG, it kind of showed both of them. So okay, but now I get it. Okay, so I always ask all the artists this: when you going into the studio to make a track, You know, some people need it to be dimly lighted. Some people need a shot of Patron. Some niggas might need some weed. Some people don't need anything.
Right.
So is there anything that you have to have? Some niggas like have a whole bunch of bitches up in there with them. You know what I mean? It's just, is there anything that you particularly have to have or need to have when you go into the yo?
Honestly, I feel like I'm a musician, so I don't need nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When I got that vision, I don't need anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't really need no drugs, no alcohol, this, that, and the third. I don't need it.
Right.
But it makes it better sometimes. It take like the edge off. You know what I'm saying? To have your friends there and the people to hear it. You know what I'm saying? To hear what you saying, like people to critique you and all that. That's a good little thing. You know how it's. I have something to smoke here and there, but I don't need it. That's your question.
Right. I see what you said. It ain't nothing that I have to have. Like I just can't function without this shit.
Right.
Now, I see a lot of people. I ain't gonna say a lot, but I see a lot of people with that rock their hair like that. How do y'all get their hair like that?
Well, we just let it grow like that.
And then it just grow like that automatically.
Yeah.
Really? You know, because I ain't had hair in like 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so when I see, you know, brothers like yourself, I'm like, damn, little kind of jealous. I was thinking about getting me like a little man weave or something, see if I could goddamn make it shake like that. But how long have you grown that out like that?
I mean, it's almost 2 years. I feel like I gotta go get it like redid and all that touched up. You feel me? It's almost been like 2 years. If not, it has been 2 years.
Okay.
I think it'll make 2 years in November.
Really. Okay, that's dope. Now the video, I think you said the video is out. It's on YouTube.
Oh yeah, official video out right now. Curveball, man. Y'all go check me out.
What was it like shooting the video, and like who was the videographer and how was the concept put together?
The videographer is 20K.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, a little heavyweight videographer for my first video. You know, trying to go big.
Right.
Like I'm supposed to.
Now that's real.
So 20K was the videographer, and he came up with like the treatment to what we gonna do and what we should do. So you know what I'm saying? We had our input too, but he was like, I think he told me something. He was like, man, that shit, like, you should like think outside the box, really. You know what I'm saying? Don't do what everybody else doing.
Facts.
In the video part, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, you know what? You're right. I get it. Mm-hmm. So he came up with the treatment. You know, we pulled the cards out. You know, I was like, I ain't gonna lie. At first, I was nervous, but I wasn't. I don't know how I can explain that feeling. Like, dang, kind of anxious. It's about to go down. Like, right. For real, I gotta perform.
Right. Did you have fun?
Oh, I had a lot of fun.
And people don't understand when you do a video. You know, it's a little time consuming. For two, they see the finished product. They don't see the work that has to go in of shooting the video. They see the finished product.
Right,
I remember when I used to have to go to people's videos. Some videos would take a whole day. Some would take 2 days. And it's really, really work that's required. You know what I mean? So when they see the finished product, you know, it's always something that, you know, they can look back on and say, well, damn, like we took it from there to here. Where can they actually find it on YouTube? And you got a YouTube page where they can find it?
Yeah, I got a YouTube page, but the best way to do it is just go in the search bar and type in LILNEPH and Curveball, you know, CURVE.
Okay.
Yeah, Curveball. It should pull right up.
Okay, and I haven't actually checked out the video, so I'm really looking forward to seeing the video. Now, what I also say is like some songs may not be the strongest song,
right? But
when the video comes, the video gives it like a superpower. You know, like a lot of people would be like, oh, that video go hard. And you know, they watch the video so much that they become a fan of the actual song.
Right.
Can we expect that when we see the videos, it's gonna be like, do you think the video does more for the song? Do you think the song is what it is and then the video just kind of complements the track?
The video complements the track, you know what I'm saying? The song is like, I ain't saying it's a crazy, powerful, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a good song.
Right.
It got a meaning to it. You know what I'm saying? If you sit there and listen, you know what I'm saying? It got a meaning to it, and the video complements it.
Okay.
It's like you going to the Met Gala and you handsome already.
Right.
And you just put that suit on.
It just brings out what was already there.
Right.
Okay. So, how are you like on stage? You know, a lot of people, they're good artists, they're excellent artists, but they're horrible entertainers. When I used to go to shows, and you know, and I always use this particular artist as my analogy, and this Gucci Man.
Yeah.
You know, like Gucci Man doesn't give you the greatest show. He'll walk back and forth, hold his nuts, burr, and then it's kind of over with. I don't want to have to pay a lot of money and just to see an average show. I want to see some shit. I want to be able to leave the event like, damn, that nigga snap. Are you more of a laid back artist when it comes to performing? Are you a turned up artist? Is you jumping in the stands, or are you more just cool and laid back?
I wouldn't say I'm laid back. I try to engage. You know what I'm saying? I try to get into it.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I'm laid back, and you know, I had a couple of people. You know, it's work to be done.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but I try to engage into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it ain't like I'm getting in the character because I've been waiting. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Have you
I try to give the people a good show.
Yeah, and I think that's always important because, you know, they say your first impression could be your last impression. So when you give a great show, you know, they tend to tell other people, man, this guy's a dope artist. And at the end of the day, you know, that entertainment aspect is what's going to create longevity. You know what I mean? Like when you're doing these shows and you turned up and the lights and the stage, people share that information with other people. So they'd be like, damn, I can't wait to come to my city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So have you done any shows here in Atlanta?
Well, I did. I could say it was a show. I did. We went to Stankonia.
Okay, I was up there. Y'all went for New Music Mondays?
Yeah.
Okay, shout out to DJ Funky, Coalition DJs, with my partners and them. Now, they're good people. Shout out to Cool for Real.
Shout out to Coalition.
Yeah, okay. How was that experience?
And it was great. I ain't gonna lie to you, it was great. I performed 3 songs, you know what I'm saying? And the song that they told me that I should like be focused on right now is Curveball. So I liked that. Okay. Everybody like, man, focus on Curveball right now.
And this was, they not really even knowing that was one you was focusing on anyway. Or did they know that already?
I don't think they knew that already.
See, that's good money. And then, you know, with those platforms, you know, there's a lot of DJs in there, a lot of media up in there.
Yeah.
So give you the opportunity to network with good people. You did that since you've been here?
Yeah. Monday.
Some of this last Monday?
Yesterday, last night.
Oh, see, I didn't even know. Oh, okay. I seen a video on the page when I seen a girl up on there.
Yeah.
Looked like she came straight from the strip club.
Yeah.
I mean, so you was there last night then?
Last night, and then the night before that, which was Sunday, I performed at Bonfire.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I've never went to one of those events, but those look like they was pretty dope as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I ain't gonna lie, Atlanta, shout out to Atlanta, man, because y'all like putting me in like a good networking space, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
With genuine people.
That's true. That's true. And people that's really wanting for the independent artists to succeed. So do you guys have these type of outlets in Florida, or and how is the artistry out there for independence?
We got the same, we got like Heavy, what's up? Shout out to Heavy. We got I don't like know the word that I'm trying to say, but we got like certain things that we do down there with a bunch of artists, media, DJs, and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's harder, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody don't got your best interests. Everybody ain't keeping it real.
I see what you're saying. Right, that's real. I mean, that's real. I mean, because you know, I worked with TJ DJs, Bigger Rankin, and Tampa Miss. A lot of those people came from Florida and they reside, come here to Georgia and do a lot of networking.
Right.
So I always wanted to know, like, how was the relationship in Florida as far as the different type of platforms. But like you say, even in Georgia, they help. But when the money starts tightening up, it's every man for themselves. So as long as there's money to be made, and it can be dispersed out. But it's just like in the streets, shit. When it's a drop, niggas like fuck everybody. Niggas trying to do whatever. They ain't worried about nobody else. You know what I mean? I think that's what was happening here in Georgia. I said this the other day, and I took a lot of slack for it. I'm gonna take a lot of slack, but I'm gonna say it, and I mean what I said. I say what I mean. I think right now, Florida has way more artists coming out of the state than Georgia.
I kind of feel that way too.
The newer ones. I mean, you go all back, talk about Future and all them niggas, but that's years ago.
Right.
We want
new Florida. I seen a lot of new artists coming out of Florida. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of new artists in the past like 2 years. A lot of new artists.
They coming up through that, and I think with the internet, are you old school or new school as far as? Do you think the way technology is now, I know it helps the game, but do you think it hurts it? And if you had a choice whether to be hand to hand and hitting the chitlin circuit and, you know, passing out the flyers and putting up the posters, would you prefer to go back to that way of marketing the music, or do you think how we're marketing it now is a better way?
See, I'm a '90s baby, so I'm kind of like I'm in between. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a balance thing for me. Like I feel like I need to hit the social media and the internet and the media more.
Right.
That's just my mindset. I feel like I gotta give social media and all that 65%.
That's true.
And I gotta get the streets. You know what I'm saying? The other percentage that's left over, probably 35% left over. So, but because social media, like you said, is just a tap of a button, you could be across the world.
Right, right. Had you prior to you doing music, because you know I grew up in an era where back in the days, you know, I've always worked the camera. I was one of the first people that put niggas on the internet. And I just got out of prison. I just wanted to do something different because I didn't want to go back to prison. So I ended up getting the camera. It was a camera probably like this big. That's old dinosaur now, but it was a big one. I had cameras like that back in 2006, 2005. But I just noticed like back then, a lot of people weren't on the internet. Nigga be like, oh, well, I'm a street nigga, like, I ain't on the internet. Now that same nigga, you can't get this nigga off the damn internet.
Yeah.
So were you always socially active on the internet, or was this something that you just gradually got into because of the music?
Well, I'm much younger than you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I was always on the internet because I remember when like stuff that was being released on the internet, like new websites and all that.
Right.
You know, being in school and like, you know, you're a kid in school, so this person, you know, it's like it's just going around.
Right.
Like,
right.
oh, this out right now. Like, remember MySpace?
Right. Okay. Okay.
You know
so
what
you've
I'm
been active since MySpace.
Yeah.
And see,
yeah,
that's a good thing because a lot of people who having to adjust to the internet now, like the older groups, like, you know, I've managed a lot of artists, and a lot of their careers fell off because they couldn't change with the times. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people just wanted to do it their way. But when the internet came and when the ringtones and all that shit started to happen, you had to come on this side. And for people like yourself who was already connected, it should make it a lot easier because you were already in it when it started versus somebody trying to get in it after the shit done bubbled. You know what I mean?
I remember when Soulja Boy first came out. For real.
See?
I didn't know he was selling ringtones like that.
Right, right. And I interviewed Soulja Boy. Matter of fact, I interviewed him at the Ozone Awards with Julia Beverly. I came down there for the Ozone Awards, and they can say what they want to say about Soulja Boy, but he's the reason why a lot of artists are able to do what they've done. He took the internet and he was able to show people how they can make lots of money and get a huge fan base off of the internet. You know what I mean? So when he, you know, he's a little bit overwhelming with some of the shit he say.
All right.
But
I'm in the cut you off.
Okay, yeah, but you know that he's definitely somebody that I say was a trendsetter and allowed people to understand the power of the internet.
Because I just wanted to say this, like back then it was MySpace and YouTube. You feel me? I think I was in like middle school. Be honest.
Okay.
Be honest, I was in middle school.
See,
and like he was everywhere. Like on MySpace, he was everywhere. Crank that, do this. You go on YouTube and everybody, not even him. You don't even see him. You see 50 other pages doing what he doing.
Right. And people don't understand the magnitude of how that able to push this music game to a whole nother level.
He had a big influence.
Yeah, he did. And I'm glad that you said it because a lot of people I don't know why they don't respect Soulja Boy, but you know, I look at the body of work that he's been able to accomplish. And one thing about your legacy, they can't take that away from you. It's gonna be here after he's gone, what he's been able to do. You know what I mean? And then the nigga did it at 16, 15. Like, shit, most people wasn't even thinking like that at that age. We
trying to man his props for real.
Right. You know what I mean? Stop all that hating, as they would say. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get the track loaded. I don't know if you want to do any shout outs or if you got anything you want to tell the people before we break the track. Got anything you want to tell the people?
Man, just everybody who listening right now, shout out to y'all, man. Y'all keep up with me, Lil Neph. Y'all follow me on Instagram, LILNEPH_1, Lil Neph, man. Draked up. It's my new track, Curveball. Y'all tune in. Let's get it.
That's what it is on Atlanta radio station, man. Music Breakers.
Y'all keep up with me, Lil Neph. Y'all follow me on Instagram, LILNEPH_1, Lil Neph, man. Draked up. It's my new track, Curveball. Y'all